Well, we felt good about our game overall, and coming out of the All-Star break, we had a well-deserved 4 days of rest and time away from each other, and I felt like we went into Belleville with just a, I don't want to say game plan, just the overall feel of the team. I think we're trending in the right direction, and it's really important for us to get that going here at home. We look at as this is a really important week, and to follow through on that, we have some new faces, integrate them right into our group, and get going.
Taking a look at Rochester specifically, 3-3-0-1, so pretty close, or about as close to 500 as you can get. How do we feel about the Americans and how they match up?
It's only 7 games so far this year, so they have a real good idea how we play. Vice versa, we always a competitive series, and that's the team that we're tracking right now. And you can do all the talk you want. At the end of it, we have to go out, really consistent game, limit the amount of chances. They're really dynamic on the offensive side of things, so we feel we play a good, solid defensive game. We'll be in the right mindset.
You mentioned fresh faces. Obviously, Nolan Stevens kind of an old face as well, coming back to join this roster. What does he bring to the lineup for you?
Yeah, we, Max Willman made it through waivers, ended up with us here for a stretch, as well as Nolan Stevens, who we know well from last year, had played here before. Had a good chat with him. He's thrilled to be back in Utica, and we're thrilled to have him. He's the kind of player that he plays the game the right way. He brings a certain level of maturity and just overall stability to our lineup. So we'll get him right in our mix, and we're excited to have him back in the fold.
I want to talk about the special teams a little bit. The penalty kill has been up there, top 3 in the league all season. The power play has been a little bit lower than that, but there was a stretch there at the end of January, or early to the end of January, where the power play was #1 in the American Hockey League.
Yeah.
What kind of was that change, and how do you sustain that leading up to?
Well, I think it was right from Christmas on. I think it starts with the players and us as a coaching staff that enough is enough. There's a level of simplicity that goes with the power play. There's confidence that goes with it, and the best way to have success is you feed off success, and things started to roll the right way. I don't think it's any secret that when you start putting pucks at net, good things tend to follow. So, the first one may not go in, so you're looking for those secondary opportunities. You look for those, and then it's about retrievals and making sure that you hang on to possession. You don't turn it into a breakout game. I think the more ozone time you have, the more impactful you can be, and I think we've done a much better job in that area.
Since his return, Brian Allen has been almost at a point per game. How important is it to have him on that court?
Well, he adds a dynamic to us that you watch it. A lot of successful power plays and teams have in general, that he's a guy you really have to respect on the power play. He's a big body. He plays the game the right way, and we missed him for the first 8 weeks out of the year, and he's come back, and he's really left a good, strong impression with our group, and he's going to be a big part of our last couple months here.
Not specifically a Comets question, but a guy that was with the team for a few games, comes back from Utica for the pre-qualification for the Olympic Games and advanced his team to the qualification stage. So, as someone who played in the Olympics and then won gold with the women's team later on, what does that mean for a guy to be able to kind of lead his team?
That was something that we had to think a little bit about, because we're releasing a player that we really feel like has some organizational value. But, our general manager feels like, he's had a chance to represent his country on the international stage. I've been fortunate to do that, and for Hero to go over there and help his team advance and get into the Olympics, what an incredible feeling. And, to know the player as a person as well, he's a real sincere kid. He plays the game hard, plays it the right way, and couldn't be happier to see that he's had that success, and now is back to help us organizationally, whether it's here in Utica or in Adirondack. Okay.
Kevin, going back to Nolan Stevens, was he brought in as kind of center help with like Bowers out and guys up
And Garris as well.
Garris is out?
So we've had some unfortunate injuries down the middle, and Chase Stillman has played some time in the middle of the as center in junior hockey, but organizationally, one of our top prospects. We feel that his strength is going to be as a winger, and there's a big learning curve down the middle, and you bring in a guy with Nolan's experience and his, I guess, stability would be the word. It just gives us a lot more depth and a lot more options. You add one piece, and it just makes for a heck of a lot more options throughout the lineup. So a big pickup for us for sure.
Another guy that's been big for you this season is Isaac Volter. What has he meant to this team, especially the goaltending?
Well,
he's coming out, a shutout.
He is, and Isaac's a kid that came in, and you never know how things are going to play out depth-wise, and there was a very good opportunity. He was going to start in Adirondack and work on his career to keep building on stages, and he had an opportunity not unsimilar to Akira and Nico Dawes had when they got opportunities in Jersey early in their careers. But what do you say about him? He's one of the first guys at the rink. He's got a good disposition about him. He plays the game with passion, and he's a team guy. So we're really excited about him, and we're looking forward to him being part of the Devils organization for a long time.
Do you anticipate going with Holter and Eric Schultz this week? I know obviously you don't know what's going to happen with the goaltending situation up there.
Correct.
Is that kind of the plan with?
It is. Yeah, that's what we went with in practice earlier this week. Our expectations is, we wait to hear how things filter out in New Jersey, and it's always a trickle-down effect. We know that. We're very comfortable with either Shalley or Poltz going in net, and when you have that, I think it gives your team a lot of confidence in front of them as well.
Has there been a lot of work then with Eric as he's been healthy now for a little bit?
He has, yeah, and it's been a hard time for him. It's been a really hard time because he's a pro athlete. He's a competitive guy. He wants to get an opportunity to get the net. And, Akira was reassigned at Utica. He came down, felt like he really needed to find the net. And with the way Isaac has played, he deserves the net. So, it's no different in practice. There's only 2 nets out there, and there's 3 goalies. It's hard to find that time. And I really give him credit. He's been working hard, waiting for his opportunity.
Last 2 for me. Masul, they have an update. It looked like he was skating kind of by himself there.
Yeah, we've got some good news on Miss, that he is trending towards being back in the near future. He's had some non-hockey related health challenges that I think is a credit to our medical staff, that all steps were made to make sure that not only he was healthy, but we were all comfortable to have him back in the lineup, and that looks like the near future.
And then you mentioned Nenkaris. Is that a long-term kind of deal?
It's certainly not short. He's probably at least a couple weeks out here, and he hasn't returned to skate yet, so it's going to be a little bit. But again, we were fortunate to get a chance to fill somebody down the middle, but since he's been here, he's done a good job as a guy that has gone out and given us quality minutes.
How are you feeling being back?
Feels great. It almost feels like I never left. The team's a lot of the same guys, a lot of the same staff, so it was pretty easy to fit back in with the guys, and it was a lot of fun first practice.
What's that conversation like with Coach Dineen? Coming back, obviously he's a familiar face on the coaching staff as well, so not just in the locker room, but kind of some familiarity there.
Yeah, a ton of familiarity, and the conversation was more just catching up, and I know him a lot as a coach. He knows me as a player, so there's a lot of trust there, and I just popped in his office, said hi, but it's I was just kind of looking forward to practicing and get back in the flow of things more than anything.
Where do you see yourself kind of fitting into the lines here?
I don't really think about that too much, kind of wherever they need me. I'm excited to come and, help this team push towards the playoffs, and, whatever that role might be, I'm ready for it.
Taking a look at, the games coming up, obviously the team's coming off a 1-1 with Belleville, but it's Rochester next. You weren't playing in the North Division, but how do you feel about some of these teams that might have some familiar faces on the other side as well?
Yeah, we played Rochester quite a few times last year, so know a lot about them. I'm sure they have a lot of the same guys, so it's always a good rivalry, and they're ahead of us in the standings, so it's a big game for us, and start tracking teams down.
For yourself, what is something that you kind of focus on in first practice with an organization that you haven't been with all season, but you're kind of familiar with? What were you doing out there today?
I was just trying to mainly get my legs going, and I just got out of the car, 10-hour drive, so more than anything, I was just trying to work hard out there and just get my legs back and just fit in with the guys.
Thanks,
Nolan, what was kind of the process like over the last couple of days for you? Did this all happen kind of quickly? Like, I know you're playing with Detroit, Grand Rapids, but
Yeah.
What kind of went into that whole process?
It's not too much. It happened pretty fast. I found out about it a couple days ago, and then 12 hours later it was probably done, and then the next day I was driving here, so packing up my place, driving across Canada, and it was a busy couple days, but I'm really happy it worked out this way, and I'm really excited to be here.
Do you feel like there's a better opportunity with the Comets than maybe what you kind of had, or what kind of went into the thought process of?
Yeah, it just seemed like there's an opportunity here, and just with all the familiarity and the guys and the coaching staff, I just thought it would be a great opportunity to come back here and pick up where we left off last year and start working towards the playoffs.
What's kind of the mood like in the locker room, having just joined this team again, and the team's coming off a split in Belleville?
It's a lot of fun just seeing the guys. It wasn't too long ago we were teammates again, so it's kind of funny more than anything just to be back and catching up with all the guys and just fitting back in the locker room.